Happy weekend and happy Father's Day. This is Tom Landry of Benchmark Real Estate, and I'm here in my backyard on Back Cove. And this is going to be a fast moving market update. I want to touch base with you on a few things as I do each month and tell a few stories, bring you up to speed on the marketplace and what's happening right now, what you need to know, and of course, share some of what we're doing in our community. So, first and foremost, I want to tell a little anecdotal story. First about my dad, and then about some other stuff that's going on in my life. So, my dad was Ray Landry, passed away, gosh, it's been about a decade now. And Ray was sort of this John Wayne sort of character, right? So, tough guy, mill worker, grew up literally, as he tells it, and I'm sure it's true, in Saco, Maine, and his four sisters, his one brother, and he literally slept in an unheated attic. He talked about the frost on the nails in this unfinished space and seeing his breath at night. So, tough way to grow up. His dad was a lumberman coming down from Canada. He grew up farming, and they started work really early back then. He talked about his sister Rachel, who went to work in the mills down in Saco and Biddeford at the age of 14, and would come home with a paycheck and hand it to them. So, tough guy, tough way to grow up, and he was tough on us, instilled work ethic in us. So clearly this was a guy who loved us, but he set an example of hard work, and life was not always going to be easy. So thank you, Dad, and thank you to all the dads out there. I think as years go by, things get a little softer, right? I'm not saying I'm a soft guy. Anybody who knows me clearly knows that's not the case. I'm often up at 4 in the morning and have a routine, which I think is so important. But boy, I love being a dad. And there was something recently I heard, and actually it was on social media. This guy who was a family psychiatrist and psychologist, who talked about the relationship you have with your kids can be the best relationship you have in your life. So I've often said, hey, I love my wife. I adore Amy. But man, Maddie is just like my soulmate. I love her, and I love being a dad. So to all the dads out there, have a wonderful day, and enjoy it. Be present. Do wonderful things with them. Nurture that precious relationship, no matter where it is, from infant up to adult. So have a great day. So back to the story at hand, back to the topic at hand, today's update. I'm going to go a little quicker, and thank you for letting me tell my stories. So the first thing is, I was walking around in our lovely neighborhood here on Back Cove, and it's tight knit. You know, Coyle Park is designed purposely with sidewalks and lots of ways to interact. And ironically enough, right over here to my left-hand side, I'm in my backyard, right, is a grouping of 4 garages. Now, this was designed to maximize people's interaction. So just down the street from us, you've got shops and coffee shops and these things. But, you know, when you come out of your house in the morning, or in the afternoon when you're coming home from work, you have a lot of opportunity to interact with folks because you're getting out of your car right there with your neighbors, and it's wonderful. And it really speaks to me when I'm doing development work about the fabric and how we can put more ways to interact into how we're designing our communities. So a few weeks ago, right, I get in my, actually it was Maddie, Amy, and I were walking down the street, and I see the trunk of a car pop open, and I look inside, and this guy gets out of the car. He's got these bags in the back. Well, it dawned on me. I was like, I had no idea what it was initially, but it dawned on me it was home delivery, which is fine. It's a service. I think it's great in some cases. Now, if you're somebody who needs to have that happen for an injury or elderly, or it's snowing outside and you don't feel comfortable, I think that's fine. But what dawned on me is how our society, whether it's with our phones, or with our computers, with the ability to order things, has become more and more insular, and that's not great. As I say in the email, we're meant to be social people. Where, you know, it dawned on me as well, thinking of the juxtaposition of that with some time that we spent recently in Europe, where the neighborhood coffee shop is packed with people. They're not queued up in their cars to go through a Starbucks drive-through. They're actually sitting there talking to their neighbors, interacting. The neighborhood grocer is busy and bustling. And I think we need to get back to a lot more in person and spending time with people versus clicking on something and watching other people do things on our devices. So I've recommitted to that. I've recommitted to getting out there in the morning and every morning walking around my neighborhood, recommitted to going into those social settings. I think COVID amplified some of that, and some folks are stuck back at that. So it's incredibly important for us. There's a lot of studies that talk about it being good for our health and longevity. And obviously, I think we can all take steps to do that. So in that regard, I'm re-implementing my coffees and conversations. So the first one's going to be Monday, July 7th at Forage on Inner Washington Avenue. So this is a fantastic place. You've probably been. Great egg sandwiches, bagels, of course, and coffee, tea, etc. So look forward to seeing you there. I think it's in the document as 8 to 9 o'clock, and we'll just extend it after that if people are coming. There's no agenda. It's just being social, connecting, reconnecting, and the power of just that. So I look forward to seeing you, and we're going to do that every first Monday of the month. And listen to these birds. It's so awesome. It's nice to have no rain, right? The next thing on the agenda down there is some community connections. And as you know, Benchmark is heavily involved, and me and my family are heavily involved in our community. And we have 2 events coming up, along with, of course, the Kids Duathlon, which you should go into Portland Kids Duathlon. And if you want to participate in something, whether as a family, bringing your little athlete between 3 and 12 to the event, do that, or volunteer. We need volunteers, so sign up at Portland Kids Duathlon. But the other 2 that are coming up next weekend are an event called Drive for Kids. My friend Brian Corcoran of Shamrock Events is putting this on for the next year. I think it's been like 4 years he's done this, raising money for the Dempsey Center and the Barbara Bush Children's Hospital at Maine Medical or Maine Health. So great charities. Obviously, wonderful family, Brian and the family of 5. So thank you, Brian, for all you and Melissa do for our community. And shout out to you guys for becoming sponsors and being sponsors of the Portland Kids Duathlon. They are also donating 2 bikes to kids, one to a boy and one to a girl who need a bike for the duathlon. So if you've got a young athlete that just doesn't seem to have a bike, Brian and Melissa have you covered. So again, thank you. We live in a wonderful, wonderful community filled with wonderful people that are doing wonderful things. So getting back to Drive for Kids, that is this coming 19th through the 22nd of June, and it is at the Falmouth Country Club. It's a fun event. It's a family event, and you can meet some celebrities doing a golf tournament, raising a tremendous amount of money for our local community and those 2 charities. And by the way, Benchmark is a lead sponsor. So we have some tickets to the entire event. We also have some VIP tickets. So if you want to join me, send me an email right now, reply back to this, let me know if you want to join me next Sunday for that VIP treatment, and you can be my personal guest. I think we're going to give away 2 tickets to that VIP treatment. So it's simple. Just reply to the email saying, hey, Tom, I'd love to join you next Saturday at the event. So next Sunday, the 22nd, is the wow, I hope you guys can hear me. It's just awesome to hear the nature. So next Sunday is Portland Trails, and it's being put on by, it's the East Bayside Trail Festival. It used to be Trail to Ale. They've got different levels of races that you can participate in. And of course, we're sponsors of that as well. What is more important? Thinking of that Kids Duathlon and something like this. What's more important than what we put in our bodies and how we take care of ourselves and setting that example? Because if you do that, you carry that to everything else in your life. You're going to be more positive. You're going to be more patient. All of those wonderful things. You're going to have a longer life. You're going to want to interact more with people. You're going to be more social if you start with you being more healthy. So thank you, Portland Trails, for getting us outside and getting us in the natural light and nature. And we want to support you. So join us at that. You can still sign up for the race. Hopefully it's sunny out and beautiful. And of course, we're going to be there with our swag bags and giving some things away. So that's next Sunday, the 22nd, East Bayside Trail Festival. Now, the next thing on our list here is probably the last shout out, at least in an email form, for Big Love Contest. So You've heard about this in the past. If you've followed me, this is Michael Fronte. We're playing off of his Big Big Love song. And if you don't know Michael Fronte, he's just a great guy. I don't even know him, but I've heard him sing and perform many, many times. And if you have lyrics like he has lyrics, you're just a good person. So this summer, you can see the date right there. I think it's could be the 19th, I think it is, of July. We are going to have a chauffeured limousine up to Snow Pond, which is the Performing Arts Center there up in Sydney, Maine, which is lovely. We've been up there several times and seen him there, and we've seen him here in Thompson's Point as well. So you can join us. You can join me, Maddie, Amy, and a host of our friends up there enjoying that concert. So if you want to enter to win that, you got to give us a testimonial. So it could be something to say, hey, I haven't even worked with Tom, but I'm pretty cool with what he's doing out there. And as a shout out to him, you can do that on Zillow. You can do it on a variety of other websites. You can do it on Google Review. You can also send us something on social media where you tag me, tag Benchmark, and tag Home with Tom Landry. And give us a shout out, give us some love, and we'll give you some love. And we'll go up to that concert and have a wonderful time. So, of course, we'll grab dinner. Again, it'll be a chauffeured limousine to and fro and back from that. I think we've got 2 tickets available for that. So do it quick. We're going to be drawing that probably in the next couple of weeks. I'm looking at my computer right now. So the next thing is Portland's property revaluation. So if you're a property owner in Portland, you already know that you've received something in the mail. I was quoted by the Press Herald. They reached out to me asking me about the impact that this is having and the anxiety that's really being felt by a lot of Portland homeowners. So literally my phone, as I say in that article, in that interview, was ringing off the hook. Text messages, phone calls, clients, friends, neighbors, you name it. People just feeling really anxious about this. I talked to one woman sort of out in that Stroudwater neighborhood, very small house, very basic house, but on a big lot. So what they told her is the zoning has changed in your area. You can now build 3 houses on your property, and therefore your taxes are going to go up quadruple. So she was in a panic. She's on a fixed income. I went over, I worked with her to provide her with some comps and some education. Now, the issue with this is how it was rolled out. In my opinion, that should have been coupled with the new mill rate and also a projection of what your taxes would be. Releasing this and telling somebody, hey, your assessed value has probably gone up by double or triple, and not having them or feeling that they may not realize that that's going to not be a corresponding percentage increase to match your taxes. Many people were thinking that. So if your assessed value went up by double, I think a lot of folks thought their taxes were going to go up by double, which is not the case. However, we have seen time and time again where the valuations are not accurate because they don't come through the house. This is an algorithm scraping information from public databases, trying to guess what your house is like and compare that to other recent sales. So if you're still in a situation where you can refute this, which I believe most of it's already gone by, the time to schedule your call with Tyler Tech, but if you still have a call with them and you need help and you need comparables and a letter from me which helps you explain your property's true value to this company who's never been in your house, really doesn't know the market, we're happy to do that. So email me and I'm happy to send you some information. This is about being accurate. It's not about getting lower taxes or these things. It's about making sure that what their information they have and the comps they're using are accurate. We've seen them wildly off. I'll give you another example. There was a multifamily not well maintained on the west end, more towards that Brackett Winter Street side of the west end. Client of mine reached out. I happened to go through the property a few months ago, and he said, look, Tom, they're telling me it's worth this. Well, I know the property. It's got a low basement and a dirt basement. It's got knob and tube. It's got asbestos. The siding is not in great shape. The front of the place looks great, but the back side and the others are not great. The rents are low. They were using comps that pulled them in from Spring Street down towards Waynfleet, Bowdoin, West, Pine, these type of things. Although the computer, the algorithm, and AI are going to say those are close enough, they are a light year away. So we pulled comps that were much more accurate, and clearly we're going to bring those values back down. So uh, we're here to help, and we're here to help you get an accurate tax valuation. So reach out to me if you still have time to get in front of Tyler Tech and make a change. The next thing on our list here is Annie's story. So I'm here in Back Cove, and Annie used to live. We just sold her house about 4 or 5 streets away over here on Hersey Street. So my phone at the office records a message. This is about a month ago. And this woman, Annie, she leaves me a message out of the blue and says, I've found a house up on the Mid-Coast, and I've been receiving your mailings for years, and I'd like you to come over because that purchase is contingent on me selling my house here, and I'm overwhelmed. So we met immediately. I called her right back. We went over and we formed a game plan to turn her house from the way that sort of we all live, right, to the way that it needed to be very quickly to be showing ready. And it was really awesome. Annie was very generous in her testimonial to us, but she is a dynamo. I couldn't be any more impressed with her. She made this a reality. And I can't wait to visit her at her house up in Newcastle. So congrats, Annie. Thank you for the business. Thank you for the testimonial. And I'm really, really happy for you. So, yeah, so of course we can help you. It's something we call launch versus list. I have a fabulous team, and I'm fortunate enough in what I do in real estate to surround myself with great subcontractors, but even my own team. I own a restoration and building firm, which I can steer to help clients, and that's the number one priority. Obviously, to take care of their restoration and building clients, but the real estate side of things drives that. So if you want to transform your property from something that's nice into something that is magazine ready, we can do that in short order. So, and we're happy to meet up with you well prior to you being ready to hit the market, to give you a list of things to do and the best priorities. And we have trusted contractors, whether electricians, plumbers, etc. They're going to treat you right. So again, launch versus list. You can learn more about that and more about sort of our unique value proposition to buyers and sellers on whereyoucallhome.com. It's sort of a drop site that talks about some of those unique services with my marketing background and my home restoration background. It's a very unique thing, and obviously agents get into this industry with their own background. So I think mine is truly unique with that marketing sales background and knowing a tremendous amount about houses, and then having the ability to pull all those things together and help you transform your house into something that will actually blow people's socks right off when we first go to market. So again, congrats, Annie. And if you have anybody in your life that needs to buy or sell, let us know. Finally, we have our market update. So we are clearly seeing the tale of, again, 2 markets happening here. And I think I've said this in the past, and it continues to be the case. We're seeing a very resilient single family market, especially, again, if you have a house that's more turnkey, like Annie's, right? She went under contract in about 7 days, and ones that are a little bit dated. So those, we're seeing things linger a little bit longer, and the active inventories sort of go up. We're monitoring that segment there for active inventories. That's things competing and lingering on the market. Although the prices have happened quicker, days on market are pretty much level with the single family. So single families, pretty resilient, especially ones that are more turnkey and more move-in ready and that are priced right at the start. Now, condos, a little bit of a different story. Now, it does fluctuate month to month, so we have to monitor that. You know, if there's a few big sales that happen, especially in that condo market when things are released, like a new development is released and 10 of those sell, sometimes I can have this up and down. So we try to look at this information over the course of a quarter, or even coming up, we'll look at the half year. But clearly we're seeing a softening in the condo market. I mean, anecdotally, I met with somebody recently, and they purchased for, during the height of COVID and a bidding war, for a number that was quite elevated. They're looking at $100,000 price drop. So There's not fun conversations sometimes with condo owners right now, but it is a time where you can sell. You just may have to get a little more real. You just may not be able to just tack on another 50 from what you bought it for, and you may be even, or in that case, even down from what you paid in 2021, 2022, even 2023. So not fun there. We're certainly monitoring that. There is certainly more competition in the condo market, and we're seeing that sort of level and even softening a little bit. Finally, the multifamily. There are so few in the 2 to 4 unit range that trade hands every month. Again, we see this wild swing on that. So we're not putting a lot of trust in some of that data. We'll look at the 6-month analysis and get back to you on that. But that's it. And enjoy the information. Thank you for giving me some of your time this morning. Enjoy Father's Day. If you have a dad in your life, take them out. Enjoy every moment you have with them. And you dads, enjoy the time with your family. It's about giving thanks for that and being a dad. So have a great day. I will see you soon. And I hope to see you July 7th at Forage for our kick back off of the coffee and conversation. So cheers. Send in your love.